So it's currently 5 a.m. on my first full day in Dallas, and I'm wide awake because of the time change, so I thought I'd give a quick room tour. So here's the front door, the closet. Closet's nothing super special, just your normal, nothing super great there. The bathroom has these really weird doors. Okay, it's like a double door, and then they slide open, which I find it's actually kind of annoying, because if you don't open them both, you walk into one. But there's the bathroom. All my stuff is already unpacked. There's the room, my suitcases. So we have a desk on this side, and then supposedly like a vanity on that side, but I just put all my work stuff over there. And then I ended up with 2 queen beds, even though I wanted a king because I'm here for 3 weeks. But yeah, and then little chaise lounge, and then these shades took me forever to figure out that there's this button right here that opens them. So kind of nifty. And then there's another shade underneath. I guess that's the blackout sunshade. But yeah, last night I was trying to close them and pulling on them and it wasn't working. Anyway, so that's the room. I'll try and get some more footage of other things today. Okay, so this is the coolest thing ever. I just used Amazon Prime Now for the first time, and I was able to select groceries at a local grocery store, and they deliver them for free. I mean, I paid for the groceries, but the shipping was free, and they will deliver within 2 hours, as long as you place your order during their delivery times, which this place, it was like 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. It was great. The guy called me when he was here, so I met him outside, handed me these bags, and I have fresh groceries. I'm gonna unbag them and show you what they are. So here's everything unboxed. I got strawberries, salted pumpkin seeds, almonds, 10 bananas, some guacamole to go with my sea salt chips, some Lara bars, almond milk, and baby carrots. I'm pretty stoked because these are going to make up my lunches, help me stay a little closer to paleo while I'm living in a hotel for 3 weeks. So I'm guessing I'll probably place another order about midway through this trip, but overall, very pleased. Okay, so it is 5:45 in the morning, and I've been trying to sleep all night because they gave me supposedly the quiet side of the hotel, but I'm showing you the view outside my window right now. See that highway? See all those cars? Yeah, even with a sound machine, the sirens that have been going up and down that highway have been haunting my dreams all night. So much for the quiet side of the hotel. It's crazy because I don't hear any noise inside the hotel, but the road is pretty intense. So anyway, I'm up on the 12th floor. Last night, felt an earthquake. That was interesting. So anyway, bright and early, awake again. Inside the Perot Museum of Nature and Science, riding up the escalator. There's the grassy knoll. And there's my hotel. See one of the X's in the road there. There's the other X. Most of what you're going to see in this vlog are the few touristy things I got to do during my 20-day stay here. Most of the days, which are 17 and a half of the days that I'm here, I am literally working pretty much the whole day. And so I thought I'd take a few minutes to kind of explain what I'm doing, since I obviously can't film my job on work days. I get up at 6 and I get myself ready in full professional garb, makeup, all that jazz. I get breakfast. I either go to the hotel restaurant or I fix breakfast in my room, which I can explain later. And then I am in my training room by 7:30, 7:40 in the morning. And it's in the hotel, so I just have to go down a couple, well, it's an elevator ride because I'm on the 12th floor for my room. But I go to my training room and I'm the lead trainer, so I have a co-trainer and somebody else also helping us. And basically I have about an average of 15 students a week. And what we're doing is we're training them to conduct nationwide research. So this is not what I do on my everyday job. It is a bonus element of my job, and I have a script and a curriculum. And so we're training several hundred people while I'm here, but they're broken down into small rooms, and so I have my own room of people. And basically, we start teaching at 8 o'clock in the morning, and we're done around 5 every day. And then I have a meeting after that, so at 5:30 every day I have a meeting from 5:30 to either 6 or 6:30, depending on what kinds of issues we have. And then a couple times I have what's called lab, which is where in the evenings some of the trainees might need some extra help, and so they come to lab in the evenings for extra work and more one-on-one training. And on those days, after the meeting that's over between 6 and 6:30, I have to report to lab at 7, and lab goes till 8:15, 8:30. So on those days, I get dinner 8:30, 9 o'clock at night, and then the very next day I have to be up at 6 again. So there's not a whole lot of time to do anything. Most times I'm lucky if I get to the hotel restaurant for dinner on those kinds of nights. And then other nights we'll take an Uber or a Lyft out to a restaurant because we're done by 6:30, something like that. But still, I mean, when I'm training, I'm on my feet from 8 to 5 with very few sit-down breaks. And I'm talking most of those hours, and that's draining on anyone, let alone an introvert like myself. So it's tiring. And then on my days off, which are few and far between, we spend a lot of time sleeping and recuperating. So because it's not like a Monday through Friday job. It's I got here on a Tuesday, and my first day off was the next Tuesday. So yeah, so it's tiring, but it's interesting. I get to meet people from all over the country, which is pretty cool. And then you'll see some footage from my days off. And tonight I have reservations at the Wolfgang Puck restaurant, which is in this tower above the hotel. And that's nifty. It's going to cost me a whole lot of money. But it's in a rotating restaurant up, 50 stories above the ground. So that'll be kind of neat. And I think it'll be worth the splurge. And that's basically it. I thought I'd show you the basis of my breakfast when I eat in my room. It's kind of dark. I don't know why all the lights are on, but so a Larabar, banana, and almonds. That's the basis of it. I will eat the banana and the almonds here in the room, and then I will eat this at our morning break, which is like 9:30, 10 o'clock, just to keep myself going. And then this is out because I'm about to make my coffee, and I use that instead of creamer. Oh, nifty little trick. These are the sterile sleeves that come on the to-go coffee cups. Like, they look like this when they're still done. So I figured out that if you remove them gently, they make a baggie. So for my snack, like extra almonds or the pumpkin seeds I have over there, I will make little snack baggies with these. Yeah, so because I forgot to bring baggies with me. So I'm about to start my coffee here, and okay, so I just got food from a food truck called the Butcher's Son. It's 3 sliders, the Dead Elvis, which is Nutella, banana, and bacon. The Southern Hospitality, which is like a southern chicken with potato and gravy. And then the Mac and Beefy, which is macaroni and cheese, barbecue sauce, and beef. We'll see.